In today's lecture, we will be starting with a new topic in operation research, that is transportation. Before going towards the problems or converting real life problem into mathematical model and solving it, let us first understand what does transportation means. And for that, I have a pic which I will portray in front of you to just see and compare it with the topic which we are going to start. So normally in our primary schools, we have answered one of the question like, what are the different modes of transportation? So as a child, we used to say it, sir, railways, roadways, waterways, airways, and most of you have thought of one of the way which is not there, but as it was shown in the picture, you must have think of that also. So this are known as the out of box thinker. Those who have thought cycleways as also the modes of transport. So whatever be the case, all these modes of transport which I have shown to you is of no relevance to this topic. Whatever means of transport they use, we are not interested in that. Then the question will be what we are interested in. If we are not interested in modes of transport in transportation, then what we are interested in? The thing which we are interested in is paisa. What will be the minimum cost? सब कुछ हमको बात करना है पैसों में. कम पैसा किधर लगेगा, हमारे जेब में ज्यादा किधर से बचेगा. So that is the aim of this entire chapter. We want to find out what will be the total optimum transportation cost. We want things around us like this, and this will be only possible when we reduce the cost which is anchoring. And to achieve this kind of case, shortcut is this one, where you will be having a lottery and then you enjoy. But as a technical person, we will not rely on this type of things. We will say technically how can we reduce the cost. It is now time to cut the cost. So we will not rely on any lottery or something to get our things done. We will apply our engineering mind or technical mind and cut the cost which is going to be incurred. And as we cut the cost, the same cost will be coming into our pockets as our profit. So the entire aim of this chapter is what would be the minimum transportation cost to meet the necessary demands and from various supply sources. हमारे जितने भी सप्लाई सोर्सेज है और जितने भी डिमांड्स है उनको फुलफिल करने के लिए व्हाट वुड बी द minimum transportation cost. This is the objective of this entire chapter. Let us say there is a firm who has 3 different warehouses. Okay, these are the warehouses where they store their products, and these 3 are located at different places. Let us say one is located in Chennai, one in Bangalore, and one in Mumbai, and they have to transport their material to this 4 different locations. So on the left hand side you can see there are 3 storage places, or I can say the supply points, and on the right hand side it is the demand points. Demand points means where these products will be sold. So now it is the aim to transport this material from supply point to demand point. हमको हमारा मटेरियल जहाँ भी रखा है वहाँ से हमारे जहाँ पर उसका रिक्वायरमेंट है वहाँ पर उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट करना है. So to transport this, from which of the supply point to which of the demand point I will supply? This is my main question, such that the total transportation cost should be minimum. So let me explain with a example. Let us say there is a tempo service and I have to transport all these items from my warehouse to my demand points, and demand points are again located at various places. So now my aim is how I can transfer these products from my supply point to the demand points. So it can be one of the way. Let us say warehouse 1. Warehouse 1 can supply to all the 4 demand points. Similarly, second warehouse can supply to all the 4 demand points, and similarly the third warehouse can also supply to all the 4 demand points. So these are the possible cases. Now let us see the cost incurred with each of this. As it is mentioned, if the commodity is transferred from warehouse 1 to demand point 1, the cost associated or the transportation cost will be ₹10 per unit. जितने भी यूनिट वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करेगा उसका 10 रुपीज पर यूनिट उसको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट आएगा. Similarly, if I transport from the first point to the second point, the cost incurred to me will be 5 rupees per product. Similarly, this is 14 and this is 12. Now if I show you only this pic, so you will say sir itna to simple hai. Directly the first will go to the second demand point because the transportation cost associated with it is 5. it is minimum of all these three. So I will transport all the commodities from warehouse 1 to demand point 2. Okay. Now let me proceed further with the values of other points. Now let us say these are the values wherein the costs are from warehouse 2 to the various demand points. If I supply from first supply point to the first demand point, it will be 9 rupees. Similarly, from second supply point to second demand point, the cost incurred will be 5, and third 10, and fourth 12. Now there is a confusion in your mind. First, it was very clear that yes, as the cost was rupees 5 only, from warehouse 1 it should be supplied to demand point 2. But now I gave you one more option, that the cost associated with second warehouse and second demand supply point is also 5. So what you will say now? You will again say yes sir, you can supply to the demand point 2 either from 1 or 2. Okay. Now your conclusion will be supply to demand point 2 from warehouse 1 and warehouse 2. तो बाकी लोग क्या करेंगे? सोएंगे. फर्स्ट को कहां से मिलेगा? थर्ड डिमांड पॉइंट को कहां से मिलेगा? फोर्थ डिमांड पॉइंट को कहां से मिलेगा? So it is not the case. For both of them, you are giving it to demand point 2 only. So what will be the other demand points doing? They will be lack of supply there. Now let me extend this further. From the third warehouse to various demand points, the costs are like this. Okay, the costs are, if I supply from third warehouse to first warehouse, cost of supply will be 11 rupees per product. Here it is 13, here it is 11, and here it is 4. So again now you will say, sir, the supply cost from third warehouse to second warehouse is again minimum. Hence, we will supply to from warehouse 3 to demand point 2. As minimum cost is 4 of demand point 2, from warehouse 3 we will supply to it. Then next is 5. बट 5 ऑलरेडी डिमांड 2 पे है, जो ऑलरेडी फुलफिल हो चुकी है, तो हम उसको नहीं देखेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्या है? मिनिमम कॉस्ट. नेक्स्ट मिनिमम कॉस्ट इज 9. So 9, you can see 9 is the cost associated from warehouse 2 to demand point 1. अब क्या हो गया? डिमांड पॉइंट 1 भी सेटिस्फाई हो गया, उसको भी माल मिल गया फ्रॉम वेयरहाउस 2. नेक्स्ट है 10. अब 10 है फ्रॉम वेयरहाउस 2 इट कैन गो टू डिमांड पॉइंट 3 और फ्रॉम वेयरहाउस 1 इट कैन गो टू डिमांड पॉइंट 1. अब यहाँ पर फिर से कंफ्यूजन, कौन सा किसको भेजे? सो द पॉइंट विच आई वांट टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड इज इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड टीडियस टास्क टू फाइंड आउट which from which warehouse to which demand point the component should be shipped such that transportation cost is minimum. अब ये तो हो गया सिर्फ इतनी बात, इसमें तुम लोग फंस गए कि कौन सा कहाँ जाएगा. अब मैं उसके अंदर और कंस्ट्रेंट डाल रहा हूँ. The constraints are like this. Observe on the pics. The values are 100, 100 and 100. What are these values? These values are the warehouse 1, warehouse 2 and warehouse 3 can supply only 100 products. उनके पास स्टॉक ही उतना है. अब this 100 में भी 100 tons anything. We just emphasize on the number. The warehouse 1, warehouse 2 and warehouse 3 can supply only 100 products each. And now let us see demand points. The demands here are 75, 25, 120 and 80. Okay, so these are the demands at the particular different locations. Now it goes into more complexity. कि पहले तो कॉस्ट में ही हम फंसे हुए थे, अब आपने सप्लाई डिमांड भी डाल दिया, अब वो भी चेक करना है. अब यहाँ पर जस्ट ऑब्जर्व दिस वन, द सेकंड वन. द कॉस्ट आर लोएस्ट. इफ आई सप्लाई इट फ्रॉम वेयरहाउस 1 टू डिमांड पॉइंट 2 इट इज 5 rupees. From 2 to this point again it is 5. From 3 to this point again it is 4. The cost is minimum, so you will say that supply from all this, you can supply from all this. But there is no demand there. अगर डिमांड ही नहीं है तो सप्लाई करके क्या करोगे? There is demand of only 25 units. So let us say I have fulfilled this demand of 25 rupees from the minimum cost, that is 4. So 4 मैंने warehouse 3 से डिमांड 2 को सब खत्म कर दिया. अब it is irrelevant of the cost. अब हो सकता है कि 4 का 5 हो, 6 हो, it is irrelevant of cost. अब कितना भी सस्ता कोई डिमांड 2 पे लेके जाए, मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है. The demand at that warehouse is already fulfilled. I have to check what is the demand at the demand end and how much I can supply from each particular warehouse such that all the demands are met and the transportation cost is minimum. So after explaining all this, to summarize this slide, it is we need to find out the minimum transportation cost such that it will fulfill all the demands from various supply points. हमको ऐसा मिनिमम सॉल्यूशन निकालना है such that all the demands are fulfilled from the respective warehouse points, whatever it is possible. So this is the entire thing which we have to find out in this particular topic. So you have seen that if we go by regular method of thinking, then we will be into more trouble and it will take a long time to solve what will be the optimum case or what will be the optimum units to be transferred to the various demand points from various warehouse. So there are some methods developed by our mathematicians to ease your calculation part. And these methods are, the first method is northwest corner rule. Next is the row minimum method. Next will be least cost method. Next is column minimum method. And last one is Vogel's approximation method. This method, the last one, Vogel's approximation, is also known as penalty method or penalty cost method. And this is the method which is most probably or most widely used. Why? Because it gives the solution very much near to the optimum, but we can rely more on Vogel's approximation method for our solution. In exam also, if it is asked to find initial basic feasible solution, so you can go by any of the methods as mentioned above: northwest corner rule, row minimum, least cost, column minimum, Vogel's approximation, anything you can go, but it is advisable to go by Vogel's approximation method because it gives the most closest answer. And why is it so, we will see in the problems part. Okay, so here you can see the heading is method for initial basic feasible solution. This all methods will just give you the basic feasible solution. It does not mean the solution found out by these methods are optimum. There can be some solution which is giving you the least cost better than this all 5 methods. And then to find out the optimum, we have 2 more methods. And that 2 methods are stepping stone method and modified distribution method. Now what happens here, we will find out the region. इसके पहले वाले स्टेप में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, from let us say a ocean of results or ocean of possibilities, बहुत सारी possibilities थी. From the ocean we have now confined ourselves to the sum of the part by applying initial basic solutions. By northwest corner rule, let us say we have confined our solution. इतने बड़े से हम छोटे पे आ गए. अब उसके आसपास में हमारा पॉइंट ऑफ हिटिंग कौन सा है, हमको आंसर्स मिल गया, ये पॉइंट पे होगा, ये पॉइंट पे होगा, ये पॉइंट पे होगा, ये पॉइंट पे होगा, ये पॉइंट पे होगा. नाउ व्हाट इज दैट एक्चुअल टारगेट along that circle or along that region, that is known as the optimum. And that optimum we can find out by stepping stone method or modified distribution method. From these 2 methods, the most used method is modified distribution method, also known as a Modi method. So normally in the questions you can find the initial basic solution and check for its optimality by Modi method. Again I repeat, the first stage will give you only the basic feasible solution. It will just give you the region, the solution is around this only, and what is that final solution, that will give you from either stepping stone method or Modi method. So this was all about the theoretical part of transportation. Now what is the northwest corner rule, row minimum method, stepping stone method, Modi method, etc., we will continue in the next class.